Enlightenment depends on an insight, and it transforms the very structure of the mind. We often talk of the mind as something very ancient and cannot be transformed. But in enlightenment, it does undergo some changes. It is within the mind. The enlightened state is to be completely free of the mind. So there is a basic difference between the two. Let's go back to the old example of the dog. So the dog is there and you are chasing the dog, and suddenly you discover that there's nobody who's chasing the dog. The dog is there, but you're not, nobody who's chasing it. That is an insight, and that is enlightenment. Like suddenly you discover that the sun is not going around the earth, but the earth is going around the sun. It's an insight and it stays put. So that is what is enlightenment. It is not a state. But suppose you were to discover that you are the dog. That is a state. It is an altered state of consciousness. It is very different from you not being there. For to be in an enlightened state, the kundalini must be very, very high. Otherwise that is not possible. But for enlightenment, the kundalini need not be so high. It could stop with even what we call the Agnya chakra. It is basically an insight. So we have got things like Buddhist insights, we have Hindu insights, Christian insights, Islamic, Taoist, so many insights you have, depending on which you might get a Hindu enlightenment or a Christian enlightenment or a Buddhist enlightenment. Similarly, you have got different states. One could be the Hindu state, the Buddhist state, the Christian state. So there are different states of enlightenment and different enlightenments. But what is characteristic of all these states and enlightenment itself is you are free from suffering. Therefore, just to be enlightened, you don't have to do all this fasting, everything. But if you want the state which is different, then you might have to do these things in case you want to do. Otherwise, even that is not required. If you ask me, I will give you everything.